Granola bars, okay, pretty typical thing you'll see around, whatever. Sometimes I'll have, well, I'm getting rid of all this stuff. One of these, but maybe even two, okay? And yeah, well, I had to eat all this stuff before you guys got here. All right, so in this is, so if I had two of these, that's this. That's the sugar from the yogurt to the sugar from the granola bars. That's one yogurt. Then I have, you know, 4, 5, 6 cups of green tea with a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of honey in there. All right. So there's a little more. Don't do this, but today I had a bad headache and I was in a lot of pain and I'm like, I just need a cup of coffee. So I went and I got a cup of coffee and I sweetened that up with a little honey. Meal this morning with brown sugar, a little brown sugar. So, so I'm dumping that. Now, oh, I was going to count up all these grams. Let's see if I can do it real quick. So that's today. If you count in the night before, or like if, let's just say last night, we have waffles for dinner sometimes with some kind of lean turkey sausage or something, but with syrup, which is ridiculous, but you know, everybody's eating it, so it tastes good. And I come home and I committed myself after this last time. I said, that's it. On waffle night, I'm making myself an egg sandwich. I'm not coming home and eating waffles with the rest of the family. But that again, that right there is a perfect example, right? It's a family thing. You go in, you're going to be the rogue. Why do you got to make an egg sandwich for yourself? Why don't you eat what everybody else is eating? You know, I might not get that at home, but some of you might get that. I mean, it's just a good example. So anyway, if you add that in, you know, that's even more. So let's just say it's 400 calories of sugar. If you only need 1,500 calories a day, that's 25% of what you need in a day in sugar. And that is where so many people go wrong, because it's not just sugar. And then you add, let's add the simple carbs on top of that, the bread and the pastries and the whatever, pasta, the sweets that everybody's bringing to the meetings. I mean, that all adds, it all adds up. And so what'll happen is people say, well, I'm not doing that badly, I think I'm gonna, but then they start to count it up and it starts to represent a bigger percentage. And what's so funny and ironic, I think, is that we make this big deal about, oh God, weight loss, obesity, what are we gonna do? It's such a complex problem. It's not a complex problem. It's funny, I just had the impulse to just dump this sugar out on the carpet, but I'm not gonna do it. I did bring that complex. We just have to get rid of this sugar and bad eating and start exercising, but that gets complex, right, Al? Hard to find time to exercise, you know, hard to break these old nutrition habits, hard to break, you know, it's all